Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome back to another video. As you can tell by the title and thumbnail of this video, I'm going to be explaining how I took $1,000 investment into cryptocurrency and how I managed to turn that into over $50,000 worth of crypto assets. But before we get started, let's roll that intro. So yeah, I was able to turn an initial $1,000 investment into cryptocurrency, and I now own over $50,000 worth of crypto assets, from cryptocurrencies to NFTs. And I'm basically going to break down how I was able to do that. But before we get started, hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up. All the support, it's going to help this video in the YouTube algorithm, and I hope to grow this family and share more about my NFT journey. I actually got into the cryptocurrency world again in 2021 after big news and the boom and the talk about it on social media. In about March of 2021, I got into something called NBA Top Shot. For those of you who don't know, it's basically NFTs, but they're like little trading cards, but instead of just flat photos, they're actually highlight moments of NBA players. That was kind of my introduction back into the crypto world. After that, I did some research and everything online, and I came across different things like DeFi. I tried crypto trading and everything for a bit, but what I ended up coming across was a game. Basically, it was a play to earn game. Like I said in my last video, it was Axie Infinity, and Axie Infinity, I learned, was a game that you could play and basically earn money just by playing a game. You didn't need to be super good at the game, you didn't need to be professional, you didn't need to be super competitive and top ranked in order to earn money. Anyone who was playing the game was earning some type of currency in the form of SLP, which I ended up, putting $1,000 into. And from there, I was able to buy my first handful of Axies. And from there, I started playing the game, learning how to play, earning SLP. And in Axie Infinity, you're basically allowed to cash out every 14 days. So what I did with my first month's earning, which was about $750, SLP was a little bit higher after I started playing. But with that initial investment, I actually took that out, transferred it, and exchanged it back to Ethereum, and this is where I made my first purchase of NFT projects on OpenSea. Now, I wasn't super into NFTs at the time, and this was going to be my first purchase of an NFT on OpenSea. I ended up coming across this Instagram Reels video by NFT Kings. Shout out to him. If you folks don't follow him already on Instagram or Twitter, please give him a follow. He gives so much good information about NFTs and what types of things you should know or look for when looking into projects. But basically, I saw this reel of how to find popular NFT projects, and I was basically going to OpenSea, going down to the ranking section, and it shows, OpenSea shows like the top 100 NFT projects according to volume over 24 hours or 7 days, however you filter it. Basically took this technique of using the ranking charts, and I was scrolling through the top ranked NFTs. So I knew about the Bored Ape Yacht Club project. I heard a little bit about it. People were selling these NFTs for ridiculous amounts. Knew what the artwork and everything looked like, but as I was scrolling, something caught my eye, and it was actually a blue cat. And for those of you who are new to the NFT community, or for those of you who are in it right now, it was actually Cool Cats. This was actually my first NFT purchase on OpenSea. At the time I was purchasing off of OpenSea, I purchased 3 Cool Cats for different prices. I think for 0.05, 0.09, and 0.16 ETH. The price was very, very low. It was a very new project, but the artwork was very different from what was out there. Getting those cool cats, I was looking, of course, to flip them for a profit. So my goal was to flip the 3 cool cats as the price of the cool cats increased. You know, I wasn't thinking anything too extreme. I ended up selling one for, I think, like 0.5 Ethereum. Basically, it was to get my initial investment back, which I ended up getting a little bit more back off my first cool cat sale. With that, I ended up purchasing some other NFTs, and I started learning more about the different NFTs out there, from like artist NFTs who create like one-off hand-drawn art. And I started learning more. I made a few bad choices and I learned from them, things like minting projects that didn't end up taking off anywhere, to minting projects where the devs have completely abandoned the project. Then I ended up, Cool Cats had their kind of first takeoff, and I sold my second cool cat for, I believe, about 1.75 Ethereum. And for me, that was, you know, a lot more money than I had initially invested. It would have been over what I started with $1,000. But I also wanted to start Axie scholarship teams. And I know I haven't really talked about Axie scholarship teams on my channel, but it's basically purchasing Axie teams and lending out the team to another player in the world to play, and I collect a percentage of their earnings, and that way I create passive income for myself, and the other player who's playing with the Axie team gets paid out the remaining. So after I sold my second cool cat, I basically used some of that Ethereum to purchase some Axie teams, and I started my scholarship program, which I'm gonna make a whole nother video on. This scholarship program generates me about, I would say, right now with the current price of SLP being 7 cents, generates me about $1,000 a month, and that's passively. So that's me not having to play the game at all. That's totally coming from the players I lent the teams to. They generate me that SLP, which I can convert back into Ethereum or change to any other cryptocurrency that I want to exchange it for. But that was probably my biggest move in NFT and the crypto space. I wouldn't call it skill or, you know, having a bunch of knowledge into what to invest in. I honestly just saw the artwork of Cool Cats, really liked it, and that's what got me to purchase into it. I do have one Cool Cat left, and at the time of making this video, current value of that Cool Cat that I am holding is about 16.8 ETH, which is, let me check here, which is about $55,000 just from that one initial investment of $1,000 and investing that into Axie Infinity and using my earnings from there to purchase into the NFT project called Cool Cats. I was able to basically get an NFT or a crypto asset that's valued at about $55,000. Now I do have other crypto assets and everything, and I may make other videos into the other projects that I've invested into, but I wanted to kind of create this video to share my story on how I was able to kind of get into NFTs, getting into Axie Infinity, and because I can generate income playing the game, this is kind of my bank right now. This into the crypto world, this is where I generate and get my earnings, and from there I can either spend it on creating more scholarship teams to create more passive income, or I can exchange it out for Ethereum or other cryptocurrencies and invest those things into like DeFi protocols or purchase more NFTs. I hope to go over the other NFT projects that I'm going into, other NFT projects that I'm looking at. All of that information, I do want to share my journey here on this channel, but until next time, see ya.